Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Lynn Brooks.
And I'm Terry Brewer. Another southern town has been hit hard by a tornado. This time it's Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Homes, businesses, and even a university were damaged.
More than 60 people were injured. No lives were lost. Martha Shade has the latest from Hattiesburg.
The tornado hit Hattiesburg, tearing up trees and buildings as it carved a path through the town. The city is home to the University of Southern Mississippi. Several buildings on campus were damaged, but there were no injuries there. Professor Jerry Bass teaches at the university.
Our students get a break for Monday and Tuesday of Mardi Gras holiday, so the university is probably pretty empty right now, so that's probably a good thing.
Bass tells what he experienced when the tornado touched down.
It was just like you hear tornadoes described. It was very loud, very quick. The buildings are shaking, and you can tell that the trees are flying by. This is exactly like walking out of the house after Katrina. It's the exact same scene. The trees are laying on everything, and, a lot of projects to do. The garden survived, so I feel all right about that.
The storm's threat is gone, and now the cleanup begins. I'm Martha Shade reporting.
Mississippi's governor says 200 homes and mobile homes were damaged or destroyed and said residents had as much as 30 minutes of warning that the tornado was on the way.
Disaster is something Alabama is certainly familiar with, and the American Red Cross in Tuscaloosa is preparing to send relief to Mississippi. Red Cross officials in Tuscaloosa say volunteers are on standby. The volunteer coordinator says they're preparing to send their emergency response vehicle, which will be used for mobile feeding, also 2 trailers which can be used as shelters. He says it's nice to give back after the help Tuscaloosa received in its time of need.
And that's something that we really saw back in April 2011 is we received assistance from other areas, including Mississippi, but it's nice to be able to kind of turn around and provide that for them when they've gone through a similar situation as we did.
The Red Cross says the vehicles and volunteers will depart as soon as they find out they are needed.
We're learning more about the crash that took the life of a 5-year-old child in Alberta yesterday. Police say Jemiah Dudley died from injuries after she was struck by a truck. Police say it happened around 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon at 4th Street and 25th Avenue. Officials say the driver stopped at a stop sign and didn't see anything, so he went forward. A 14-year-old girl was also hit. She told police they thought the driver stopped for them, so they started walking across the street. The cause of the crash is still under investigation, but no charges are expected. According to the Tuscaloosa City Schools, Jemiah was a student in the city school system. In Northport, a different crash on Sunday involving a police officer. This happened Sunday around 2 p.m. at the 2700 block of Lurleen Wallace Boulevard. Lieutenant Tim Sullivan says an officer was responding to a call about shots fired when he crashed with another vehicle. Sullivan says both drivers were taken to DCH Regional Medical Center. Alabama state troopers are investigating the cause of this crash. No information yet on injuries of the drivers.
Gun control is one issue that took center stage today at the chamber breakfast with U.S. Senator Richard Shelby. Senator Shelby joined Tuscaloosa residents for the chamber in session breakfast this morning at Hotel Capstone. Shelby celebrated the growth of the University of Alabama and the expansion of Mercedes-Benz. Shelby also discussed issues regarding the economy and immigration. Shelby says when it comes to gun control, he believes in the Second Amendment. Shelby says the violence is coming from other sources.
We need to watch what we're putting on television, what we've got in movies. It's all about violence. It's either about assaulting a woman, murdering somebody, burying somebody, something with a gun. That's not good for children. It's not good for America.
Coming up at 6 o'clock, you'll hear from Senator Shelby on immigration issues.
President Barack Obama will deliver his State of the Union address tomorrow night.
The president will speak before Congress and tell them how the country's doing. The State of the Union is essentially a homework assignment from the framers of the Constitution to every president who has lived ever since. Since the 1960s, the opposition has also issued a response. That is someone selected by the opposing party to stand up and refute what the president said. This year, Senator Marco Rubio of Florida will deliver the Republican response.
And big news from the Catholic Church today. Pope Benedict is stepping down February 28th. The Vatican says he told the cardinals of the Catholic Church today he's resigning because of his age. All cardinals under the age of 80 will participate in the conclave. A new pope will be elected by a 2/3 majority vote. The Vatican is confident there will be a new pope in place by Easter. The pope, who's 85 years old, was elected back in 2005.
Tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock, we'll continue our Tastes of the Town series in honor of Valentine's Day, also Mardi Gras. It is Sweets Week. Each week in February, we're taking you to a place around town that has those delicious favorites. See if we went to your favorite spot for Sweets Week on Taste of the Town. That's tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Next week will be all about breakfast, and of course, we want to hear from you where we should go, especially if it's a hidden treasure somewhere in West Alabama. Just go to our Facebook page, WVUA-TV Facebook page, and comment on the Taste of the Town post. Well, Valentine's Day is just 3 days away, and this year you can show your favorite person you're thinking about them and help out a good cause at the same time.
Tuscaloosa Flower Shop is holding its Hearts on Fire for Arts and Autism on Valentine's Day. Off-duty Tuscaloosa firefighters will make deliveries, and all of the tips and delivery fees they collect will be donated to Arts and Autism. Tuscaloosa Flower Shop will also be selling paper hearts to benefit the Arts and Autism program. It's the 3rd year for the annual Hearts on Fire fundraiser. And Tuscaloosa's RISE program is also giving Cupid a helping hand. They're selling baskets full of Valentine's Day treats as a fundraiser as well. Each basket includes some heart-shaped candy, also stuffed animals and balloons. The baskets are $20 each, but there's a limited number, so now's the time to order. As of this morning, there were still about 80 baskets left. For information, call that number on your screen, 205-348-7931. Still